Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is the 5th of March, Friday, and it is a happy Friday. I know about you guys, but I'm beat. It's been a very long week in the markets. This is my weekly recap. It goes out to all my members as well as everybody who follows me on YouTube and through my email list. If you want to learn more about me, please visit me at smartoptiontrading.com. Link is in the description below. We run a very active trade room and private Twitter feed, soon possibly to be Discord. And you'll learn a lot, get tons of ideas for trading, see how it's done, and great people to talk to here, as well as commiserate when things aren't going well. So let's talk about this week, and let's just start off with a big bird's eye view of the SPY. And the SPY has not been as weak as other things, but on the SPY, here's Friday. We had that big push up Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we rolled over. And today we've got this big reversal back up. Did not take out yesterday's low on the SPY. That was interesting. It looked like we were going to, and we didn't. We still have this downtrend in effect. This downtrend is up around the 388 area at the moment. But with 40 minutes to go, we've retaken the 50-day, and we're right at the 8-day, keeping everybody guessing in this market. Nothing has been easy this week. The market's still giving longs. Hasn't been the easiest market to short, but again, this market here, saying it's not sure what it wants to do. Is this over? Nobody knows, right? What we do know here is we got a very oversold signal, and we got some reversals on it. When you look at the 5-minute chart today, it really just shows a lot and just how volatile it was today. The jobs number came out. The initial move was a hard yank down. Then we pushed up all the way to the 50-day. We opened and we plunged. And, for a long time today, it looked bad. We had big volume. We couldn't find a bounce in the market. And then all of a sudden, right down here at this 373 level, it's like a switch went off and they switched from selling to buying. And at that point, we just took off, and look at this V bounce up to here. If you're trading the Qs, and that's where I spent most of my days trading with the Qs, you can see it was even uglier. One thing I pointed out today, so I traded, today was not easy. I traded the TQQQs almost all morning. I was in it, and I was, I was in a position from about 20 minutes into the open, was red, added, took the add off, got red again, added more, got red. Then it bounced, got out for a nice little win. And then, we talked about here, one of the things we watched is this V bounce created a cup. And here's your handle. When we took out that downturn, I caught it for another nice little trade. What I do want to point out in the Qs, though, is we have volume. Yesterday's volume on the Qs was greater than the volume back in March. So we've had distribution volume in the Qs. The Qs did go below yesterday's low before we got the reversal. If you're asking me about the VIX is just a joke right now. Whatever's going on with the VIX, we get no real volatility. Even today, when the market was selling off, you can see the VIX never spiked all that much. The IWM has actually started to show a little bit more weakness, not quite as strong, but back above the 50-day. We are out of the channel now. We've out of that widening channel. So what's been strong this week? Like a broken record this week, one of the things we talked about every day was the financials and energy and the reopen play. And that's where this market seems to be working its way into. The XLF here broke below the 8-day yesterday, back almost all-time highs here. Energy, new high of the day, new 52-plus week high, just screaming, remains strong. This has been very, very strong sectors to play in, whether it was JP Morgan with new all-time highs this week or Goldman Sachs. If you look on here, you'll see on my list here, we had big buying in Citigroup on Wednesday in the May 75 calls. That's holding in well. So right now, the market's holding in very well. They were all over the airlines earlier this week. They gave that up. To me this week, it was about focusing on names. On Monday, it was DraftKings. Made nice money on DraftKings on Monday, right? Then Tuesday gave a little follow through. Then on Wednesday, it turned over and we rolled over. What else was very good every day this week, other than the first 3 days of the week, traded Boeing quite a bit. Boeing trying to break out of this range, just couldn't quite hold in. That gave nice trades. Tuesday was all about Square. Tuesday on Square went over this, gapped up and did this big push to fill this gap, but couldn't get in that second gap. Rolled over hard here, but look at the tail on this, big tail. Yesterday and today, it's been all about me trading the TQQQs, and I'll be honest with you, I've sat through a lot of pain on these trades, but I have conviction. And there's the one thing I always tell everybody: if you have no, and when the market gets like this, no conviction, no trade. I had conviction that we'd bounce because the Qs were so oversold. We finally got it. It took a while. Um, what else? I'm sitting in some Gilead calls. There was some big call buying in Gilead yesterday in the May 6750s and June 70 calls. This is working. Nice move up here today. I bought some TLT calls today, the March 44s, if I remember right, because it's just so overextended here, looking for a bounce on it. Even trimmed some of them because I was up 40 something percent on them. Gonna go home with some of those TLT and Gilead, and that's probably about it here. What I would do this weekend is I'd have your shopping list. What are names you want to own? You should know what you want to buy here at this point if this market decides this is over. So, we'll see what the next week brings. We have a pretty quiet week going into next week, other than the Senate will probably pass the stimulus bill over the weekend. I hope you're all doing well. You've come through this fine. If you've struggled during this period, ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? What did I not see? For the record, and people in my room will tell you, I've been saying this market hasn't been acting right since back in beginning of February timeframe, especially for the last 3 weeks. For me right now, the market's still giving longs. I don't have to be short. I'm finding ways to make money every day, and that's all that matters, and looking for where I want to put my money to work when I feel we have an all clear signal. So guys, have a great weekend, get some rest, and I'll catch you guys on Monday morning, charts on Sunday.